we're fighting for your life?
You're fighting for your life.
For Life is Strange.
Yes, that's the game we're doing.
We're doing Life is Strange.
Yay!
Dub.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
Look at me.
Existence is pain.
I keep trying to get you to do it, and you're not doing it. But do it.
Look over here.
No, do it.
Oh.
When you're home, we're in your head. Lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV. Turn off your mind.
Steven fucked up.
You get one instance of me doing it right. One.
Just one.
Just one. All right.
All right. So, welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
To another wonderful edition of
Us talking about shit.
I was going to say the title. But
Soul of a Gamer.
Sure. Us talking about shit. That could be the title of the fucking podcast. That'd be a fun title, actually. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
We're talking about shit today. So my favorite shit's coarse shit. After you eat corn, especially. I mean, that kind of shit's probably...
I love how there's different kinds of shit. Like ape shit is like you're going berserk.
Yeah.
Bad shit is you're crazy.
Bullshit is that someone else is crazy.
And they're liars.
Yes.
Dumb shit, just you're dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit can be used as a word for anything.
And for sandwiches.
Yep. Shit sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to give you a shit sandwich. What was the South Park thing? A giant douche or a shit
I don't
sandwich?
remember.
Yeah, I think it was a shit sandwich and a giant.
Well, Shit Sandwiches was the mascot for the movie Accepted.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't seen that movie in so
The
long.
South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's jump right into
What's on the box?
Oh.
I was actually gonna say I'm Scott and you're Steven.
Oh, well, that too.
Sorry, my bad. I do start off. Let's jump into before you press a button often.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm Scott. He's Steven. We're here to talk about this game. We hope you enjoyed last week's game, which was Senua's Sacrifice.
Yes.
Not Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
It is called Hellblade
just
Sacrifice.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Don't lie to them.
It should be better.
It should be better, but don't lie to them.
They should hire me as their consultant.
Sure.
I would be a great consultant. Put a fucking tutorial in
You
there.
hear that, guys? He needs to be hired as a consultant.
As a consultant on video games.
For naming video games.
Naming and often character direction, maybe. Maybe even put me in the game. Wouldn't that be great?
Sure. Bring all your friends along, too.
No, not your friends.
Just me.
Just me.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah, me.
All right, you.
Yay!
But we hope you enjoyed that. We had a blast playing it. We had a blast talking about it. So we're coming at you with High on Life. Again, this is the Justin Roiland game. This is a game where it's funny because I heard... My first instance of hearing about this game was you texting me about it.
Yeah.
And then I forgot that you texted me about it. And then I watched someone playing the game, Game Ranks, which is a fun little Facebook channel that I like to watch sometimes because they do some fun fucking things. But he said his first experience playing the game. And the first thing this guy says is, the only thing that's bad about this game is, it's Justin Roiland. And he said it just like that. And I'm like,
What the hell?
you don't have to say it just like that, asshole.
No.
And I'm like after playing, you get an option to turn off Justin Roiland and turn off you can turn off so much of the commentary that it just make it the game you want to play, I guess.
So basically the creatures in this game or whatever, the Gatlians.
The guns.
Guns in this game are Gatlians. They're alien creatures that are also guns. And they talk throughout the entire game. And there is an option to turn off their commentary or make it way more or way less.
Yeah.
You can have it at any setting you want, which is really, really cool of them to do that.
I think that was really good idea for people who get annoyed with it,
People who really love his comedy,
No,
turn
but
it all the way up.
People who get annoyed with it just say that I'm annoyed with it and don't do anything about it. So that's what they do.
Fair.
So, yeah, that was the one thing I disagreed with this guy on. I was like, dude, you just need to turn it off. I don't know. Like, the first thing I would complain about in this game are all the fucking glitches. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that we go with what's wrong with the game, not what's right?
There were a few glitches in it that were a little annoying.
Yeah, but we'll jump right into the box now.
Yeah.
Is there a box for this?
I don't know. I know it was a Game Pass game.
Yeah,
And
so
I think
probably not.
Might have actually been.
Just a digital release.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Just read the little synopsis.
Humanity is being threatened by an alien cartel who wants to use them as drugs. It is up to you to rescue and partner with charismatic talking guns. take down Garmantuous and his gang and save the world.
I just love how they grind down like creatures into drugs.
It's
really funny. It's humans make the most potent drug in the world or in the universe, apparently.
And different ages of people have different kinds of high. Like babies give you a real head high.
Yeah.
And old people give you a real body high.
It's just really funny that they went in that direction. Like, and that's the Justin
They're literally
Roiland
smoking humans.
Yeah, but that's the Justin Roiland humor, and that's funny to me. I'm like, okay, that's really funny. Like, that's not funny thing. It's
super funny to me.
And yet people are still like, it's Justin Roiland. And I was like, guys, come on. Let's judge the game for what it is, not what you hate about Justin Roiland. But yeah, the box, but no box. The picture's great.
Oh, I love
for this
the art
one.
For this.
See, again, this is what Senua could have done. Like, have her with the sword instead of her fucking face looking up.
That way, it's got sword combat.
Yeah, this one, at no point during the game do you get to see yourself in the mercenary costume.
True.
So it's really cool to see like the back of the mercenary costume. You holding a gun. Like, I think that's actually really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So
get to see the character you never really get to see.
Yeah, and it's honestly fun. It's super fun. Yeah, no real box. So I guess just move on.
Are we jammin'?
So yes, we fucking are.
This is fantastic, from voice acting to
music is great
to everything. The commercials in this are hilarious.
Yep,
they're just Justin Roiland skits, basically.
Yeah, Justin Roiland is the kind of guy who'll sit there and ramble on forever, and eventually it won't be funny, but for the most part, it will be funny.
Yes.
And it's just funny to hear him sometimes and like just sit there and be like, this is so fucking humorous. But they had like TVs that you could watch. You could watch movies on them.
There's 4 full-length actual cult classic movies in this game. And you even get an achievement for when you unlock the movie theater and you use the movie theater. You actually get the achievement. We paid for the rights for a full movie in this.
Yeah, they put a Satan movie or something, a demon movie.
It's called Demon Wind.
Yeah, Demon Wind.
There's also Tammy and the T-Rex, which has Paul Walker and Denise Richards in it. I was like, what the fuck?
Really, I've never heard of that movie before this game.
Well, and the greatest thing with Demon Wind for me was if you're a fan of Riff Tracks or any of the Mystery Science Theaters or anything like that, you're going to love this because they have 3 commentators sitting in the front row. And you can sit in like 7 different spots in the theater, depending on what view you want to have of the screen, which is also awesome. But they just commentate throughout the entire movie. Yep. I sat and watched the entire thing. It was fucking hilarious. The movie's awful.
Is it Justin Roiland, one of the 3? Or is it just 3 random dudes? I bet it's 3 random dudes.
I can't remember.
Oh, maybe they pulled... That would be really funny if they pulled the people from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
that would be really funny.
The original guy, though, not the new guy. Not Jonah. Yeah. Jonah sucks.
But it's so hilarious. So if you have the time for it and you want to watch a really bad movie for fun, like, honestly, it's worth the time.
Honestly, like, if you're bored and you're just playing a game because you want to kill hours, just fucking watch the movie in the game.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I sat and I watched it. I watched the first... Because, like, with some of the other movies, you have to watch it in between...
commercials.
In between commercials and in between fight scenes. So you'll go do a mission, you'll come back, and another 30 minutes of the movie will show.
Yeah. And
so I didn't realize that, so I missed the last half of Tammy and the T-Rex, and I was really upset. Because I sat down and watched the first half with... what's his fucking name?
The alien guy. I can't remember his name, but he's in here.
Gene. Yes. It's so awesome because, like, even when you sit down, like, Gene's like, all right, you gonna go do that mission? You're just gonna sit here and watch it with me on the couch? Or if, like, you're in front of him, oh, okay, so you're just gonna treat me like an asshole? You're gonna stand in front of the TV screen and just not let me see it? You're just gonna be a dick about that?
Yeah, what's really funny is you are a dick because he doesn't have any legs.
Yeah.
He has no way to move.
So there's just so many, like, subtle comedy things. Like, no matter what you're doing, every gun has their own commentary.
Yep.
And they are played by a different person. Like, JB Smoove is actually Gus, which he's a stand-up comedian. Who
played the last one? What was the last one's name?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Who played that?
I don't know, honestly.
I'm curious because that was funny. Like, all this thing said was, let's do it. They experimented on his brain so much that's all he can say now.
Well, I love it because, like, it almost did sound like he had different inflections, almost like I Am Groot. And they even made a comment like, oh, he can only speak like Groot now, which I fucking love. Yeah. And he's sitting there and, like, the guy's, like, having a real heart-to-heart with him. Kenny is the Justin Roiland one. the main gun that you first start with, and he's like, I'm so sorry that I got you killed. Let's do it. I didn't mean to. Let's do it. And he's like, well, we're gonna go kill that guy. We're gonna go kill Garmantuan. Let's do it.
It's really funny. And what's great about this is there's a whole fucking, like, every part of this game is hilarious.
Yes.
There's no part of this game where you're not sitting there and there's no dialogue.
Seriously.
Like, even just walking around, random people are going to be like, hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, that's right. I'm from Brooklyn. You have Space Brooklyn.
Well, and I love it. Like, there's certain times, like, where, like, a character will annoy you like that, and you'll go to shoot him, and it's like, your gun's like, no, I'm not going to let you shoot him. Why do you always go to violence right away? Do you have to kill everybody you see?
Yes. Honestly, yes. My favorite was still the Mac and Cheese Bros.
I love the Mac and Cheese
Bros. They were the funniest. Like, they're the epitome. They're like, hey, what you doing here? Hey, what you do? You can't come here. I'm the Mac and Cheese Bros. You know who we are? We're the Mac and Cheese. And they never stop talking. They never stop. So then there's like 9 of them. And you can shoot each fucking one. And then as soon as you shoot one, another one says, hey, yo, whoa, you be shooting my brothers. You can't be shooting my brothers here. And you shoot that one.
If you leave the one that stays sitting on
that's
the chair,
the only one I left because he was the only one who was nice.
And I loved it because he's like, hey, I just saw you killed most of my brothers and stuff. That's okay. They're really annoying guys, you know.
No, he didn't say most. Remember, he said some of my brothers. There's lots of us.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Because then you meet 2 more with the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, but the voice acting in here is on point. The fucking music's on point. So.
Oh, the knifey. When you first meet him.
I was confused on him. Is he a Gatlian?
No, I don't believe so.
But he's like...
He's another kind... So he's probably like... a knifeian or something.
Yeah, like, and that's what I thought. Like, man, there must be another planet that's all knives or something.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that.
Yeah. Well, and it seemed like Garmantuan was a person that went around and collected certain things that he really enjoyed.
That was Gene's knife.
Oh, yeah, it was Gene's knife.
That's why I was like...
But the G3 had it, though.
Yeah, she stole it from Gene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But remember, she wasn't with Gargan.
But even Kenny was with a different raider... Or like before he went to
no. The first time you fight that person, she's not with G3.
Oh yeah,
she's her own little
Torque
9, Torque 7. I can't remember which
9 Torque.
9 Torque. Yeah, but she's like her own little gang boss, and then when we kill her, the next Torque, 10 Torque or whatever, 4 Torque, who knows, takes over as the
4 Torque had 5 Torque captured while 7 Torque got killed by 8 Torque or something like that.
It's not that weird. But like the one that she has captured joins G3 after.
Yeah.
So they don't even like, I don't know. It's confusing. I don't know if he's a Gatlian or something, but it seems like he might be a Gatlian that got implanted into a knife and that's why he's so crazy.
Well, either that or like
it's his own species. Either way, they don't really explain it, but there's no point.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like it doesn't really matter. It's just cool and he's a fun character.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to mechanics.
Yeah.
How does it play?
This game's really like your simple FPS, pretty much. Melee with knifey, shooting with the Gatlians, jumping. You get a jetpack. Mm-hmm. Like one of the most annoying parts of this game is in the beginning when you have nothing.
Yes, I full-heartedly agree.
Yeah, like you get a jetpack later on, rocket booster, so you can fucking slide.
And you can go to all the different shops, and if you get like a lot of the chests, I didn't get all the chests by any means.
I got
a good amount of them. And you get so much money throughout the game. Like if you go to shops, like
you get so many pesos.
Yeah, you do get pesos, which is also hilarious because you're in an alien world using pesos.
And you can go to Space Applebee's.
Yes, which was awesome. And you get an achievement if you actually pay your bill instead of running out.
I know. I got that achievement. I thought that you had to pay it. I didn't know you had a choice.
I ran out because I was like, oh, my sister just got taken. I got to go run after her. And I missed that achievement. And I looked back at the achievements. I was like, God damn it. No, I should have paid my bill.
I missed the one where you have to do the girl gun. You have to have her out every time you talk to the... No, the first time you talk to her, when you talk to the little bear thing, and she's like, who are you? And you can say you're the new supervisor, and if you say it with her, she believes you.
Sleazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking, like, there's a whole thing with Gus where you can find out who Dr. Droopy is, because he's a Douglas or whatever.
Do you mean the post stuff?
So, no, like, at when you go to fight Douglas, he's that octopus that you help through the puzzles of the thing. if you have Gus out,
he actually
has dialogue with Dr. Droopy, and he gets him to talk about his kids, and he keeps on changing the name of his kids.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm pretty sure he said his kid's name was Sloopy, not Droopy. I think he's lying to us. And then you're like, wait, are you lying to us? And he's like, no, I'm not Douglas. Oh, fuck. And he like fully admits, and he's like, well, if you shoot me, then blah, 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 blah. And you can actually shoot him right there. Funny. And it gives you the option to, and you actually will kill him. Like, he'll barely make it back to his suit, and then you actually get a whole different boss fight. It's the same exact boss fight, but instead of fighting him, you're fighting just his suit now.
Yeah, his empty suit.
Which then has a robotic voice.
Yeah.
It's a whole different voice actor. And it's
we'll get into more of that with story, but
yeah.
Right now, like, biggest thing, this is like, we had another game where it was like this, where like the first part of it's so fucking hard to play because you don't have anything.
And then it gets so almost easy because you have everything.
Yeah. Like, what game was that where we played it where literally we were like, this game is shit for the first this many hours?
Well, I mean, Legend of Goku, kind of.
Legacy of Goku, kind of.
Yeah.
There was one in very particular where we both agreed that it was just shit. And I guess needless to say, it's just like this. This game is really kind of boring in the beginning because you have no way, like, there's so much to explore on a map and you can't access any of it.
True.
None of it. And that was the most annoying shit in the world.
Yeah. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie was kind of that way too.
Yeah. The one thing this game did really well that, Senua didn't do is it had a tutorial. So that it did that. It actually showed you how to shoot, how to run, how to jump, and it made fun of itself for doing it too, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that was really funny.
I loved the different gun variety too.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's best to switch. Just keep switching your guns. Use your special ability. You use your full clip. Switch guns.
I mean, obviously, nothing was better than Let's Do It.
Yes, obviously.
But you don't get to use that post game.
But like, even like Gus, like, I didn't even really get his ability at first, but like that saw blade that you shoot out, you can hit it back and forth. If you always hit it with knifey, I've gotten times where I've hit it 9 times in a combo and like half health a boss with just that attack. It's so
I mean, I just used the little minion guys. They would fuck up.
Oh, a creature so was awesome. Yeah.
Those guys are so much fun.
And it works really good on bosses. It stunned a lot of bosses because it didn't like take control of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I never did the take control. I just shot out the little ones that did damage.
Well, and they made your damage do more damage too.
It was so much fun doing these different guns. I think they did a really good job with the different variety. Because sometimes, like, you think of a game like Halo.
Yeah.
And in Halo, you have like 50 guns.
Yeah.
And you use about 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You pick your favorite 3 and you're like, these are my guns.
Every time I go through the story, I get a battle rifle. Yep. I get...
Depending on which Halo you're playing, you might do the assault rifle and the pistol in the first one.
True.
Or maybe even the plasma rifle was my go-to and the pistol in the first one.
Plasma rifle and battle rifle.
Yeah, in the second one. No, plasma pistol and battle rifle.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You played plasma rifle.
Oh, yeah, plasma pistol.
Because you get to,
My bad.
But like stuff like that, like in games like that, you're very picky and choosy on what guns you can use, and only some guns are good. Like no one uses the fucking magnums in the second Halo.
And they force you to, like, all of the different guns have different traversal effects throughout the maps too, so it almost forces you to
change up your gun
all
every once in a while.
Which is really awesome. We always hate that in games where you get all these different mechanics and get all these different guns, but there's no use for them.
Yeah.
This one made it so you almost have to.
And there's always
the
a
best
use.
out of it.
Like you can go back to the first map and be like, oh, I didn't get to do this here. But then now I do because I have the right gun for it. They all have their own. All the guns have special powers. Kenny can shoot like a bouncy. Just
Glob shot.
I'm gonna call it a snot bubble.
Yeah, basically.
It's basically a bouncy one that can bounce enemies up in the air, and if you shoot them, if they remain in the air, which is really funny.
Yeah, you juggle them. It's fucking awesome.
And
you can like upgrade that to shoot multiple globs.
Yeah, Sleazy can shoot through.
He can shoot through walls, and he has the time stopping effect, and he's a needler. So. Which you can shoot a bunch of needles in him, and then you can use knifey to explode all the needles.
Yep, which is really cool. Gus was the
shotgun.
He's Gus was the most worthless, I think.
I did think he was the most worthless,
feel like
besides the special attack.
Yeah, and I mean, he was still fun to use, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know, his attack should have been more powerful.
Yeah,
I agree. I think they missed out on him.
I think they should have definitely, like, the shotgun feels nerfed.
Yeah. And maybe it's more balanced that way, but we would like a nice Because shotguns, the point is you're like up close and personal.
And you want to feel like a hefty.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even feel like it even one-shots like the lowest minions.
Yep.
Whereas even Kenny can one-shot a low minion.
Yep. But his special ability is he can stick a razor blade into a wall and you can climb up that wall.
Yes.
And it makes it easier to climb.
Yep.
You can't climb in this game normally. You just like jetpack up on top or jump up on top.
And your knife is also a grappling hook.
Oh yeah, your knife is a grappling hook, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And sadistic and wanting to stab things.
And he loves cutting things.
He does love cutting things.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there one more? No, that's it. That's the main three, right? Gus, Kenny, Sleazy, and then
Let's Do It.
Let's Do It is like a fucking destruction machine.
He's just like an energy, like lightning blast that disintegrates everything it touches.
Yeah, he's the most powerful Gatlian.
The lightning spreads among targets, so it's very good area effect.
And while you're going around, I really wish one of the guys would have done this, but you can just scream, "Unlimited power!" Like, I really wish one of the Gatlians would have done that.
Let's Do It did. He's like, let's do it!
Yeah, he said it in his own language.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Right. Mechanic-wise, again, not a lot in the beginning. You basically just get to jump and shoot. That's pretty much it. Eventually, you unlock a jetpack.
Which you can also buy upgrades for your jetpack of
make it
faster or last longer. Or
I think both.
Yeah, you can.
You just stack them.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things you can upgrade the guns with permanent upgrades and then non-stackable upgrades that you have to replace and trade out and stuff. Some of them make like the glob shot that Kenny shoots into 5 glob shots instead of 1.
Which is awesome.
Which is cool. Some of them make Gus's thing like go through enemies or bounce off enemies. Like a bunch of them are really cool. Some of them like make the time portal thing a little bit longer or a little bit shorter but more large.
Yeah.
So the upgrades are cool. Like this game really had that RPG feel without being an RPG.
Yeah,
which is cool.
But it was also like forgiving. Like you didn't have to buy those things, but they were helpful if you did.
I mean, I barely noticed them, to be honest. Like
I noticed, like, especially the glob shot one, like upgrading that one was the biggest one because it shoots 5 globs instead of 1. Like that was definitely like so big areas you could knock up like 5 enemies at once.
And I mean, you don't even have to use those. You could just shoot if you really wanted to.
True.
Like, this game has a lot of viability in just its mechanics alone. Like it's got a lot of cool things that you can do. Combos are cool in this. They're not real, but they're like you can shoot someone in the air and do stuff. I'm trying to think. You get grav boots. Grav boots were like the most boring thing I think you could get in this game.
It was a funny moment, though.
It was a funny moment.
You looted off a dead kid's corpse that got trampled to death in an opening of a store.
a store that was selling bongs.
Yep. Hyper bongs.
Hyper bongs.
To smoke humans with.
Smoke humans. It's just so fucked. It's just, this game is so good.
I just love the ridiculous sentences you say when talking about this game.
Yep. Some of the cool things in this game, and this is something I love in games, and I've said this before, they have it so you go back to levels to unlock more stuff. I already said that. But stuff is hidden.
Yes.
So the only thing that I wish they would have done, they have something called lug boxes?
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. They're basically loot boxes that you go and you get pesos from and some cards. I really wish they would have separated the boxes and the cards.
Yeah.
I kind of wish there would have been a double, like, okay, you can look for the boxes and you can look for the cards. That way you get a little bit more time to search around the maps.
True.
The maps are really mobile. They're really fun to, like, jump up on areas and explore.
Yeah, there's
like
tons of different ways to traverse all the maps.
Yeah, honestly.
Really awesome.
Like, and some of it's a little frustrating because you're like, how the fuck do I get up there? You know?
And then you figure it out and it's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I did it. And collecting all the boxes was fun because there's a point in there where you... Oh, we'll talk about it in story.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about them being actual people or creatures or whatever.
Yeah, the boxes are creatures, but they don't talk except for 3.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much all the mechanics.
There's not too much else to it.
I don't remember if you got too much extra.
Because,
you get... One of the mechanics you get in story, it's just for story, but I really wish they would have made this real, was the detective mechanic.
God damn.
I really wish they would have made that real.
Well, and it was annoying at times, but I really thought it was funny to have the pop-up ads because you had the free version of the detective mode. Oh, yeah. So you had to keep closing pop-up ads that would appear on your visor. And it was like an annoying thing, but pop-ups are annoying, and it would be a thing that would happen.
And when you, at the beginning of the game, you have a free version of a mercenary suit. And if you keep the free version, you get all these pop-up ads while you're just walking, but you're not fighting anything. It's not like affecting you in any way besides being a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, it's just funny, honestly.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just jump into story.
Sure.
It's story time. Let's get started.
Story of this game is fucking all over the place.
Yes, it is.
It is really fun, though.
Basically, the story of the game, it starts out,
How does it start out, Steven? The very beginning, because that's the part that's really funny to me, too.
Which part of your, like, the actual start, or like
So,
when you start?
So the start of the game has your sister talking to you to give you like demographics about yourself. Are you a boy or girl?
Yeah.
Do you do this or that? And she's got a thing of cocaine. She's snorting while she's talking to you. She's like, "Don't be such a drag. You want some?" And you're like, "Nope, I'm good."
It is fucking hilarious.
Oh, and I forgot the start of the game. You're playing another game inside of the game.
Yes.
I completely forgot about that, which is funny.
That's why I was questioning. I was like, what actual start?
Both are hilarious. Like, honestly, both are so fucking funny, but this game is the best thing I've ever seen. I kind of wish that would have been the game.
It was almost like a Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon kind of feel.
To me, having someone narrate as your divorce lawyer,
Yes.
it would be fucking hilarious.
It's just like one of those concepts. You're just like, yes, we need this.
Yeah.
Whatever it
You're
says,
like,
I need it.
You're playing a game where you're like on an alien ship fighting aliens, and your divorce lawyer is like this guy who comes up on your heads-up display and is like, "Hey, it's your divorce lawyer. I'm back again. I'm your divorce lawyer, and I'm going to give you a suggestion. I'm going to suggest that you do not do what you're doing right now. Do not just hide all of your assets. Your ex-wife is really coming at you. As your divorce lawyer, just giving you legal advice. This is my job." Like the whole opening, it's a lot, but it's so fucking fun.
Well, and this is the tutorial, by the way.
Yeah, that's
you
just the
playing
tutorial.
this other game.
They just make it like it's a mocking of everything.
Yes.
Like it just mocks tutorials, and that's so fucking funny.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Yes. But yeah, the opening of the game, just that and the fucking your sister just doing cocaine, and then you going downstairs and reading your parents' notes like, "Hey, please try it life and stop being a fucking loser."
Yep. And then all of a sudden you hear a bunch of commotion outside.
No, you go outside because you're going to the store.
Oh, that's right.
You're going to the store and you're walking to your car, and like the way their bases, something I really liked about this game actually
The warp base.
Yeah, they don't have ships.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of cool that they just warp around places instead. So they warp a base into a neighborhood and start killing humans.
And instantly, like, Gargantuan starts smoking one. Like, yes, this is going to be a powerful smoke.
Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck? And then you find Kenny on the ground. And he's like, pick me up. You've played first-person shooters and stuff
how
before.
did Kenny get on the ground? I think... Didn't they kill an alien? I think they killed an alien.
Yeah, they killed an alien, yeah. I think they killed the guy that...
She killed an alien in the house or two, I think, by
Yes.
herself. And then I think you killed an alien as well.
Yes, I believe so. I don't fully remember, but...
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just fucking hilarious.
You kill an alien and you get Kenny, and he's like, don't you know how to shoot guns?
Well, and the greatest thing, I didn't have this happen when I played, but I watched another person play in the beginning of this game, and this girl paused the game right when she first picked him up, and then when she unpaused it, he's like, "Did you really just like pause the fucking game? Like, I just told you what to do. I just told you to just fire the gun. You need to protect yourself and protect everyone you love. And like, they're taking over your world right now. You're just gonna let them? Like, why are you pausing? Is there more important shit right now?"
It's so good. I really wish they would have done that every single time.
Seriously, though.
That would have been a cool thing.
But it was only at the beginning they did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I missed that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, so your goal here is to defeat this like crime cartel called G3.
Yep.
And G3 basically takes creatures, turns them into drugs, and sells the drugs. So you end up teleporting your house outside of this and going through a bunch of shit, unlocking a bunch of shit, finding a guy named Gene, having him help you. And eventually you beat the main bad guy, and that's pretty much it. And it's a very linear story, which I really appreciated in this.
I really did appreciate that too, actually.
But it's not so linear that you have to do things in a certain order. You can get either gun first, which was cool.
And you can take your time, like watch a movie, do whatever. Like, I loved how much freedom you had with it being so linear still.
Yeah. One of the cool things you could do in this game, you could get buy warp bases or buy warps that were various things. And this reminded me a lot of Psychonauts.
Yes.
There's a tiny little Like it said, like you get an entire village and you spawn it, and it's this tiny little fucking village.
I didn't do this one yet.
Oh god, it's so funny. It's a tiny village and a guy on a balloon. He's on a literal like just like a. He's got balloons attached to him.
Oh, okay.
And he's talking to your face, and he's like, "Hey, he says, welcome to Tiny Village. We're in the tiny village. This is really. Feel free to look around in Tiny Village. This is really tiny village, and you know, here we are in Tiny Village." And you start walking into the village and just destroying it. It's like, oh god, that was my wife's apartment. Oh god,
that's amazing.
But it was like the Psychonauts when he's like, the fish hospital,
the
puppy orphanage.
I love that. That's so true.
The same fucking thing, and you destroy the whole thing, and he's like, you might as well just kill me now. You've done everything else. You've destroyed the whole society, and we're dead. We're all dead, and you should just kill me. Kill me right now. Just do it. Just fucking put a bullet in my brain, and you can kill it. It's just, I don't know what happens if you leave him, because I ended up killing him. It was so
there's so many great things like that. Like
funny.
I also really loved some of the vendors that you find. Like the guy that's selling the things that you stick up your urethra. If you have one of those, like you might be needing that.
I think there's like four vendors. You can only buy stuff from one of them, I think. Yep. That's the cum guy. You can buy cum.
Yep.
And I bought the cum, and you get a secret achievement if you beat the game with the cum in your inventory. So
there's also secret items that you can buy, like a volleyball. And it's like, this might be useful for like one person if they want a volleyball or something.
Yeah.
And there's two minions that are in a volleyball like court.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And if you have the volleyball, you can go up to them and they'll have a whole conversation about volleyball and shit. Like, it's funny, actually.
Did I buy the volleyball? They didn't attack me. I didn't have the volleyball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened because I didn't do it either, but I saw a video of it and I was like, oh shit, if you brought the volleyball to them, you get a whole different thing.
I should bring the volleyball.
Like there's so many different things in this game that like if you do a certain thing a certain way.
Damn it, I should have just bought every item on the fucking shit thing. Yep. God damn it. I probably would have got so many unlocks. But there's no achievement associated with it, so I'm like, okay, well then it doesn't matter, right?
Speaking of achievements, I still love the Alien Strip Club achievement for spending 15 hours in a strip club, which is honestly just an achievement that a boss gives you to make it look bad on your achievement list.
Everyone's going to look at your achievement list and they're going to see that you spent 15 hours at an alien strip club.
How does that make you feel, huh?
It's so funny. And it's a boss that's not even there. He's dead when you fight him.
Yep. And he does the boss fight and he makes references to Metal Gear Solid 2 when he like took control of your made you use different control ports and he made you play with your controller upside down or did all this different things that they made you do in those old games. And he keeps on trying to do that, but it's with the newer consoles and stuff. He's like, oh, I don't even know how to do control ports. Do you do control ports anymore?
Yeah.
I don't even get it.
It's so great. He was such a fun boss too. He's like constantly going like, so you survived the first challenge, so you must not be this person after all.
You must be this person that's trying to kill me.
Yeah, and he like lists all these people who aren't you, and finally his last one, he's like, I didn't even consider this. I killed me.
If you're hearing this message, you probably know that I killed myself on accident somehow.
Yep, it's just
it's bound to happen.
It is so funny. It is so fucking funny because the first thing you see this guy is he trips and dies because you frighten him a little bit. And I knew that was going to happen because the name of the achievement is like...
I don't even know what the name of the achievement is.
It's like kill the hardest boss in the game or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
That's exactly what it is.
And it's, I'm like, is he really going to be the hardest or is it going to be like a one-shot kill? And then it's just he falls over.
You don't even do anything.
Yep, he just trips on a fucking wire. It's so funny.
It's fantastic.
It is so great. Gargantuan, completely different from what I expected him to be.
Yes.
You expect him to be like this big musclehead guy with like the giant, and then he's just really fucking fat.
He kind of looks like that to me.
I don't know. To me, like I kept picturing him like I can't wait to get the last part because he's gonna be this giant monster dude, and it's like he's just fat on all the boards.
Yeah,
still hard to beat, but
oh god, that was a crazy fight.
That was
the
a crazy
amount
fight.
of like projectiles and stuff dodging, and you actually had to like use your stuff pretty well.
Did you know the other secret achievement?
Oh yes, and I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either. I didn't know it until I looked it up. I was like, no.
So at the end of this, the way you kill the boss is fantastic. You have this special bomb, And you have to get
Gargantuan's skin is literally indestructible.
So you have to basically knock him unconscious and then shove a bomb up his asshole.
Yes.
And then blow it up.
But the bomb's detonator is broken.
Yes. So then you have to sacrifice one of the guns.
But Kenny's the only one who wants to.
Yep. And we didn't know this at the time, but you actually can pick a different gun.
Yep.
And you get a favoritism achievement.
A secret achievement, and Kenny doesn't die.
Yeah.
I'm sure none of the other guns would die either.
Probably not.
But it was just funny. It was a funny moment where he's like, just shove me up there.
Way up there.
Shove me way up there and I'll activate the bomb. You get away. Don't worry. I'll sacrifice myself.
It's my fault he's here anyways.
I just love it. And I think if you put him in too fast, he's like, okay, well, that was way quicker than... Did you even think about it?
Yep. Which is another thing, like, depending on the timing of everything says different things. Even like it's so just hilarious.
Some of the boss fights you do, they're actually kind of fun.
They are.
Some of them are a little annoying, but most of them are pretty fun.
Yeah.
The first one you do is the Torg 9. She's the most annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's before you have anything.
Yeah, and it's just a small platform and there's poison all around.
Yeah. So like you're just literally dodging poison and hitting her and then glob shotting her up and hitting her again and yada yada yada. You don't get anything for defeating her either, but knifey.
Yeah.
No, you have knifey before you defeat her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the next one's Kruvis, which I can't even remember what the boss fight
was. Kruvis was...
It's...
Oh man, it's so hard to remember these now.
Oh, that's the one that you had to talk to, like his brother that worked for him and get the warp base to get Kruvis to come to you.
That one was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was. Because it was just a normal fight. It didn't seem like a really big
not brother.
fight.
You talked to the architect.
Yeah, the architect.
Yeah, the high on humans who then overdoses. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you could probably just kill him, but I let him overdose.
I let him overdose
too. But yeah, boss fights are fun. They're not anywhere like out there.
Who's your favorite boss fight?
You know what? I really liked the individual boss fights for the transforming guy.
The Screndel brothers, or
yeah, the brothers were so fucking funny.
They were.
I kept thinking I was fighting a single guy, and he kept running away.
It's like, 3 different ones.
Yeah, it's 3 different ones, and then at the end they just combine. They combine. They're like transform, and they make like the fucking Voltron sounds while they're doing it. It's so fucking funny.
It's awesome, and honestly, like their whole skill set changes, and you have to break them apart, and it's got this whole mechanic, and they even have transformations with just 2 of them.
Yep.
And
you have to kill one at a time pretty much.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. It was so funny. And that's when you first have Creature, I think, too. So you can just throw Creature at him and he's like, God damn it, Creature.
And that's the one, if you use the hypnotic Creature, it actually stunned him.
Yeah.
Which was
Creature
fantastic.
is like the most powerful gun, like normal gun in this game by far.
Seriously though.
He makes it like he has these little babies that die in 4 seconds. And he's like, send my babies to die at them. Like it's just so funny.
I can keep making more of them.
Yeah,
I can give birth whenever you want me to.
They've experimented on him so much that he's like crazy out of his mind.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's 4 guns then. There's Creature, Gus, Skeevy, and Kenny.
Oh yeah, we didn't bring up Creature.
Creature's like Creature's funny because you find him in a lab and he's all fucked up. Like, he's just a funny character.
Yeah, I definitely agree though. The Screener Brothers, especially because they're like WWF, like WWE, like WrestleMania fan kind of thing too. It was fucking hilarious. I liked the puzzle with Douglas before the fight with Douglas. I thought that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. So Douglas is a octopus creature that
Dr. Droopy.
But he goes by Douglas at first, and he says that Dr. Droopy kidnapped his whole family.
No, you're going after Douglas. He says he's Dr. Droopy.
Oh, okay, sorry, opposite.
Yeah.
Dr. Droopy says that Douglas kidnapped his whole family, but in truth, he is Douglas.
Yes.
And he got really wasted and got out of his suit, which he never does.
Only when he gets super hammered.
Yeah, only when he gets super hammered. So he's outside his suit, and he asks you to help him with, like, basically pipe puzzles.
Yeah, so he can get back through the pipe system to his suit.
Did you do the pipe puzzle, by the way, where the guy tries to shit in the other guy's mouth?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know if I did.
It's one of the work bases you can do. I ended up doing all the work bases. And it's a guy in this really fancy pipe system. It's like covered in fucking pipes with one giant dude at the top on a toilet and one guy at the bottom with his mouth open on the pipe.
What the fuck?
And they're like, please help me. We need to get these pipes working right so my friend can shit in my mouth. Please. I really want to eat shit today. So you gotta fix the pipes. Can you just get it going so I can eat my friend's shit?
What the fuck?
And then it shows the animation of the shit coming out. He's like, oh my God, it's so delicious. It's so...
It's not okay.
It's just funny. I love the extra stuff. The extra stuff is just so
It's the best part of the game,
much.
honestly.
Yes. There's a great part where we've already mentioned the mac and cheese bros, where at the end of this one place's like missions, you have to get to this area that you can't quite get to that also has a lug box. It has something that cures something and a lug box.
Cures an illness that the goo monster that
oh yeah, that's
on you.
right. So because you have to re-goo to get into that club.
Yep.
So you have to get over there. The only way to get over there is to help the Mac and Cheese brothers because they were going to build a bridge.
Yes.
And this is so fucking unexpected. They want you to talk to their dad because they want him to love them.
Yep.
And you talk to him and he's like, they're pieces of shit.
I fucking hate all.
And you have to do like not Mexican standoff. Shit. What is it?
You do
called?
have to do Mexican standoff.
No, not the Mexican standoff. It's
like
10 paces and shoot.
Oh, duel?
A duel, yeah. You have to do a duel with a guy. And he's like, what, you think you're going to duel with me? I'm picking another guy to die. Are you kidding? And he just ends up saying, like, they're pieces of shit. And you go back to them and he's like, I don't care what he says. We know he loves us. Yeah, the power of love. The power of love says he loves us. And then the power of love makes a rainbow bridge.
For you to get across.
Yeah, it's just so stupid.
It's so dumb.
It's so unexpected.
Well, one of my favorite things was like you find this Moplet village and you encounter
Moplets are like little bear things.
Yeah, they're like Care Bear Muppet kind of things. But one of the funniest things with them is they're reoccurring like creatures throughout that the G3 took control over
because they're good for drugs too.
And one of the greatest parts of it is there's one that works in the office of every one of the bosses.
Yeah. Well, every single time you kill their boss, she's like, well, you killed my boss, so I had to get a transfer. Now, didn't I?
I had to get this job because of you, so it's all your fault. But, you know, I don't blame you, but...
That's just really funny. And if you have Skeezy, apparently you can convince her you're the new supervisor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The story itself as a whole.
Yeah. Kind of dumb.
Kind of dumb. I know that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Like, that's their whole point.
Yeah.
I don't know. The ending is a little lackluster to me. Just a little bit.
It is a little bit.
But again, I think that's their point. They're not trying to like make a beautiful game where everything is like fits perfectly into place and the story is so you find yourself loving the story. I think they're trying to just be fucking funny.
Speaking of something right along that line, I love the part when you talking to Gamantuous and he's like, I've got two people here that you absolutely love.
Your parents.
And your guns are like, oh, it's your parents. Your parents are still alive. You should be really happy your parents are still alive. And it's Jack Black and Susan Sarandon.
Yep.
And
he's like, according to my research, everybody loves these two.
And then the Jack Black's like, well, yeah, everyone loves us, but not in that kind of a way.
It's really funny. I'm guessing Jack Black and Justin Roiland are friends.
Probably.
And I'm Susan Sarandon. They probably just hired.
It's just so fucking hilarious.
It's really funny.
It's so unexpected because they brought up your parents several times throughout the game.
Yeah, it's because you're trying to get back to Earth to save your parents. You don't even know if at this point they've been turning to drugs or not.
Nope. You just find out the two people that you love he has, and then you find out that it's Jack Black.
So did you do the extra thing at the end?
The extra thing.
The extra thing.
I'm trying.
The real ending.
I don't know if I know.
So it set up the sequel.
Maybe. I don't know.
So you have to basically find the real person behind the G3.
Oh. Okay.
So there's this doctor. So it turns out that
that
safe haven that they had the humans in. Mm-hmm. So at some point you can save humans, guys, and you basically take them to the safe haven that the mayor of the first city you're in helps you create, so he can get reelected. And he has been experimenting on the humans instead because their DNA structure is interesting.
Yeah.
So, but this is where it gets kind of serious. You go up, you go to the sanctum. You have to go to the mayor's office first and get a pass key. Mm-hmm. You go to the sanctum. Then you have to jump up all the way.
Okay.
So you like fly up to the very top of the sanctum and there's a door. Use the passkey to get into the door, and eventually you find yourself in somebody's laboratory, and he's like, did you really think an idiot like Gargantuan could hold the G3? I'm the brains behind it. Okay. And then he teleports away, but not before he kills the mayor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome, actually. Yeah. I need to go back and do that.
And then you take all the humans out of that.
Okay.
And you send them back to Earth, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
But the two brothers, remember the two like security guys, the FBI like guys? That's the mayor's brothers, which I had no idea to the end of the game. I thought they were just fucking guards or something. Yeah. Like muscle. They're brothers. They're like, listen, bud, we're not going to tell you anything more, but we are not like him. We will take over and we'll be good. Yeah, we'll be good. And then they're like, this is the end of this sentence. Do not expect more to be happening after we end this sentence, which is currently going on at this moment.
I can't control that I talk this way. I know this sounds different the way I'm talking to you, but this is how I have to talk.
Yes. He's it's so interesting. It's such a weird way to end the game with that secret like little thing where it's more serious.
That's cool, though. Yeah. I need to go back and do that.
Do it, because it was a lot of fun finding that and having fun with this game in general. Downfalls of this game, glitches are fucking wild.
I only had a few, and there's only a couple that were really bad. I never had to restart or reload anything.
I had to do a couple times. The warp bases were the biggest glitch.
See, I didn't do a ton with warp bases, so that's probably why I didn't have as many.
Just a couple of the warp bases were, and what I mean by warp bases, the ones that the enemies warp in on, the random ones. Okay. You can take crystals from them to buy more warp bases, but sometimes the warp base would spawn with no enemies, and you can't take the crystal because the only time you can take a crystal is when you kill all the enemies.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, so that's happening because the enemies are being glitched into the map, and they're still there, but they're not there.
I noticed that because there was a couple of times where enemies just were... I could hear them, but I couldn't ever find them.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of annoying. That was a little, but the glitches weren't too bad. By the time we played, luckily, most of them are hammered out.
Yeah, it wasn't
I know
bad.
day one this was really bad.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't play day one.
Yeah, one of the warp bases that I wanted to talk about. Did you do the Tony Hawk one?
No.
So you get 5 secret lug boxes. So let's talk about the 3 first.
Okay.
You get a caveman like place.
Okay.
Remember, it's the 3 in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They talk, and they're like, they're the only ones that talk.
You're like, wait, you guys are actually like alive?
Yeah, and we've been killing them all up to this point to take their pesos. And you go up to the first one because you just you think, okay, well, it's still something that has pesos in it, so I guess I should just fucking kill it, right? And I go up to the dad first, but I wonder if you do this in any order, if they change how they react.
Probably.
I went up to the dad first, and I killed the dad.
Oh, jeez.
And the mom's like, oh my God! Just...
Because they've all been alone up until this point.
Yeah, and it's really funny how they react because the baby one is literally a baby.
Oh, God.
And she's like, please just leave. Leave without killing my baby, please. You could kill me, but just please leave the baby alone. So I really wish I would have killed the baby first before I killed the mom.
I'll try for you because I actually haven't done this.
Okay, so they all talk, and if you kill all 3, you get extras, 2 times the amount of pesos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still only 200, 400 pesos. Still awesome, it's not a crazy amount. But it was really funny just killing them and just hearing them freak out because you're killing them. And speaking of killing them, another part in this game that I really thought was funny was, remember the moplet you had to kill?
Yes.
And you kept shooting him. He's like, okay, well, now he's dead, and we should just say a memory of him. No, yeah, so this guy keeps saying he's about to die. Yeah. He's basically like, I can see the light. I can see it. And then he passes out, and Kenny's like, okay, well, he's dead, so let's go. Let's get out of here and avenge his soul. We got to avenge him. And the one thing he asked you is to not leave until he's dead. Yeah. So you turn around and you walk away, and he's like, where are you going? I told you to not leave until I was dead. I'm not dead. And you could do this infinitely, I think, because I did it 12 times, I think.
I actually, right away, put him out of his misery, and then Kenny's like, that was probably the best thing for you to do.
Okay, so he says that either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put him out of your misery. Yeah.
Because you can do it infinitely. It never fucking ends.
Okay, I never walked away, so.
He literally, if you walk away, he comes back to life. You go back, he dies again, comes back to life, goes back. It's just a nonstop.
It's a Deadpool 2 reference.
Yeah, so basically you just keep doing that until you die or until you shoot him in the face. But Kenny, I thought that Kenny would have a worse response if you did it right away versus if you do it later, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
So that's the first 3 of the secret love boxes. I don't know if you found this one. This one was hard to see, but I saw it. On the alien planet that you get transported to, the Gallian planet.
Yeah.
If you look, you can only go so far before you start taking damage.
Yeah, I never went out.
Oh, so if you go out, you can just kind of like walk around the house and still be alive. And
I walked around the house, but I didn't walk out into the...
I didn't do that either until I saw a lug box. The 2 fucking like little antennas on top. Yeah. I'm like, no fucking way. So I go all the way out there because on the thing, there's no lug box counter in this world.
Okay.
And so it's a secret lug box you can get to, but you can die pretty easily getting to it.
Yeah.
I think I died twice getting to it.
Okay.
So that one, and then the last one is great. Did you do Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
I told you I didn't.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You get to be Tony Hawk, basically.
Okay.
You get to open up a warp base to a skate park.
Nice.
This is the last secret lug box. You have to beat this high score in order to get it.
Okay.
The only problem is you don't have a skateboard.
Okay.
So there's teenagers there, and they're like, "Hey, we're teenagers for life."
God,
it's just the funny. And they're like, "Hey, man, why don't you go ahead and just like skate around? You don't need a skateboard. Skateboard's in your head, dude. Just fucking skate around. Show us what you got." And you could just literally keep jumping in place, and you keep getting points, and you have to get over 40,000 points.
Oh, jeez.
It's just the funny. You have 1 minute to just keep jumping in place and getting your multiplier. I think I got mine up to like a 20,000 point times 150.
Oh, wow.
Because you just keep jumping in place and spinning around and you're good.
Nice.
It was so fucking funny.
That sounds awesome.
And you get the last lug box and you get an achievement for unlocking all the lug boxes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I went through every planet and unlocked them all, and that was really
I need to go back and redo all that stuff.
I will say this game killed it with the one thing it did. It put it on the map.
Yeah.
It gave you a little mini radar thing that showed where lug boxes are, although you have to be in close proximity. Some of them are really hard to find.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's normal. I'm not going to complain about that too much.
I kind of want that.
Yeah.
That's why exploration's fun.
Yeah. Any downfalls you got? Anything you hated?
There was times it felt a little slow.
Yeah.
But
travel was kind of annoying.
Annoying.
Where they put the checkpoints, like the teleport points, was kind of stupid. I kind of wish they would have doubled that.
Sometimes getting back to the portals was like a little hard to find. But besides that, and a couple of glitches that I don't really have any downfalls.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up doing this thing where I got outside the map, which was really cool. It reminded me of old school Halo.
Okay.
Because I jumped on this thing and I'm like, maybe there's a log box up here. And then I walk 2 steps and I can see through the mountains. I'm like, nope, not a log box.
Oh, there's one thing that's really cool. For people who are speedrunning this game, there's a way to travel when you get the jetpack, a certain way to get to the High on Life store faster.
Yeah.
And if you do that, and you jump on this certain platform, the detective mode guy will pop out and it's like, oh, so I see you're a speedrunner then, huh? Yeah. No, that's cool. No, we're not mad about it at all. Like we actually really encourage people of all different types of gamers and stuff to play this game. Like it's really cool that you're speedrunning. Like congratulations for finding this. That's really cool.
That's really funny.
And I'm like, yes.
That's cool. They did a really good job with like making the players happy in this game.
Well, and because of how much like Rick and Morty and stuff is a lot of meta humor and stuff like that. I love how much meta humor was in this.
Oh, for sure. It's like nonstop. Like there was a reference to I can't remember if it's a movie. It was a reference to something where they're like, yeah, have you ever heard of this? No, you never heard of this. It's a space thing. Only people in space know about this thing. Yeah. I can't remember what it is now, but it was either a movie or something that was clearly made on Earth.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Yeah, and stuff like that meta humor is really fun. The fact that they know they're a game for sure. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, is this the part of the game where we get the big betrayal? Is that going to be this part of the game?
So fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Should we get to our last section?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Worth, or not?
I think we're both on the same page here with Worth.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Worth on this game, I know, like, people are going to complain about the humor. You're going to get that with anything. I thought it was good. I find Justin Roiland very humorous, so it's hard for me to complain about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm the same page right there. Like, Justin Roiland, to me, is hilarious. I love the comedy in this. There was times and stuff, like, I'm like, okay, this is a little annoying. Especially, like, when I was trying to watch the movie, like, it takes 10 minutes of him talking before he finally shuts up and lets you just watch.
Yeah.
So there's a little like, okay, like maybe a little less sometimes, but most of the time I loved every aspect of it.
Even with that, it's like the point of the game is not to watch the movie.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's to play the game.
Yeah. So
they
that's
just
like
that
encouraging
as a fun
you
thing.
to. Yeah, they're like, really, dude? Are you fucking seriously?
You gonna sit and watch this?
I don't know. I probably would have the same reaction if I was.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and it is kind of funny because, like, I even was like trying to even like rationalize it in my head, like, I'm really watching a movie inside of a video game instead of playing the video
Well, you gotta
game.
imagine, like, if Jen got kidnapped and we were both hanging out, and you're like, "Let's watch a movie." I'm like, "Jen's kidnapped."
Exactly.
Yeah, clapped at the movie.
Right.
Like,
I've adventured enough for today. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
I went out, I bought a gun, I got a jetpack. I got all this stuff I
We're
need
good.
to go to it. Let's watch a movie before we go out.
yeah, so it's just fun. And like I said, the humor is fine. I think you can turn it off. It's fine. You can even lower it. It's fine. I don't know why people are
I
bitching
don't
about
know.
it so much. It's just really fucking
And
annoying.
seriously, if you have Game Pass, play it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's free.
it's fantastic. I love that it's on Game Pass. It does have an Series X and Series S upgrade, which is fantastic. The 4K is glorious.
Oh, dude, I
on
watched
it.
computer play of this. Is insane. It looks so much better.
I mean, playing it on the Series X is just incredible.
Yeah.
Even I'm like, oof. But yeah, I definitely just think this game is completely worth it in every way. It's hilarious. It's not too annoying. The boss fights are really inventive. The gameplay is inventive.
Yeah.
The guns are inventive.
And like I said, super meta.
Yeah.
Comes at you with like several things that you know, even if you've never played a game before. I mean, this game, it did a great job.
Oh yeah,
And I'm looking really forward to the sequel.
me too.
Like after that secret ending, I'm looking super forward to the sequel.
And then next week's game is
Max Payne. Yeah, Max Payne.
Yes,
We're gonna play the original Max Payne.
which Marky Mark plays in the movie. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Mark Wahlberg plays Max Payne in the movie of it.
Wait, is there a movie of Max Payne?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's why I'm confused. I'm
Oh,
like,
sorry.
what movie are you talking about?
Max
dude?
Payne.
He's playing Max Payne
Yes.
inside of Max Payne.
Yeah, well, in the movie of the adaptation of the game, he plays Max Payne. Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant that
No,
he is
no,
Max
no.
Payne playing Max Payne
No,
in the movie.
Sorry.
Max Payne. That would have been really funny. Though.
That would have been meta.
That
as
would have
fuck.
been hilarious.
Apparently, it's a horrible movie.
I think
but
Max Payne is the movie where they first introduced that whole slow-mo thing.
it was one of the first. This and The Matrix were the first games that had the slow motion mechanics.
No, not the mechanics. I mean the slow-motion gunfight.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a mechanic in the game.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where now it's like a super popular thing where you can slow down
Mm-hmm.
time. Like,
I think every time you jump in the game, it slows down times.
interesting.
So you can like jump and dive and do like awesome like turns and twists and shoot it. It's fucking awesome though.
I'm excited. All right, guys.
All right.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
No.
We do.
No.
Oh no.